Using this for business calls is the number one mistake most business owners make in the early stages of their business. I'm going to take you through why it's a terrible idea to use your mobile phone for your work calls. Most business owners start their business and they start with whatever tools they have. They probably have a Gmail address that they're using, also not a good idea. They're probably using their Facebook account to communicate, and you've also got your trusty mobile phone, which kind of everything tends to go to, right? That's the easiest way to do things when you're on the go. The challenge is, as you begin to grow and scale your business, you start to run into issues if you're using a mobile number as your primary number for your business line. And for me, I went through the process of starting a service business, having eventually hundreds and now thousands of customers, tens of thousands of customers all over the world. And I went through that journey of first giving out my mobile number, but then running into the trap where everyone wanted to contact me. And it's totally fine when you're first starting out of the business as a sole operator, but the moment you begin to scale and start adding team members, well, what happens? Your customers are always calling you. Now, we've shifted our culture a lot in the last decade, and we've switched to an always on and always available style of working. As soon as our work apps became available on our mobiles, well, everyone's now expected to be able to access their email, be able to access their work chat, their Slack, their Messenger, their WhatsApp, whatever else is running on your mobile phone. And people are expected to be contactable nearly 24 hours a day. But if you rewind the clock, it would be pretty weird to actually reach out and communicate to a vendor or a supplier or a customer outside of normal business hours. And so if you think about, 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. would normally be the time when the business phones would shut off, and then you wouldn't be able to contact anyone anymore. And that would basically be the end of the day or the end of the week. Now, if you were to receive a text message from a customer at like 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, that would be pretty rude. And that'd be the kind of customer that you probably want to be getting rid of and moving out of the business. That now sadly has become the norm. We see businesses that are being run in WhatsApp groups, voice messages are all the rage. People are using Messenger to contact customers as well. And in my opinion, I think that's a complete mess for service business owners who are trying to have a clear delineation between their work life and their home life. The thing that's challenging for me is when I want to spend time with family, when I want to spend time with friends, I don't want to have my work messages interrupting my work. So it's very important for me that my staff use a Google Chat application so that they are not contacting me through personal channels. And it's also really important for me that my customers have a way of getting efficient support from my team so they're not coming to me. Now, aside from the communication channels into your business, which yes, Facebook, formerly Facebook, now Meta, give you business tools so customers can message a business WhatsApp number and they can message a business Facebook page and actually get connected to your team without having to go through personal channels. I think that's a great move. I also want to talk about the bottleneck that is created when you are the person giving out your mobile number. Now, I had to untrain my customers from calling my mobile number over many years. The first thing I did was I removed it from my email signature so no one could get it. And it took about 3 to 5 years for bit by bit my customers to either filter through or stop calling my mobile because they were calling my staff instead. And that's pretty much the same for most entrepreneurs going along the journey from a sole trader in a servicey kind of business to a more significant business where you're employing staff and team members to take care of the customer service for you. Because eventually you're going to want your team looking after your customers and you want to relinquish the job and take off the hat of doing the customer service yourself. Now, whether you're running an accounting firm, a legal practice, whether you're an events management business, for most businesses, you want to be building great teams that can service your customers, and eventually you want your customers to actually stop calling you. Now, I did it the slow way, removing the number from my, my signature and then just waiting. But you may choose to, if you want, kind of cut the cord a little bit faster and change your mobile number and only give that out to personal family contacts. Certainly one way of doing it. Now, what do we actually do about this? How do we fix it? Well, the most important thing is to have a decent business phone system. And most business owners run into the trap of just using mobiles because in the hybrid work world that we're now working in, many business owners will just tell their staff to use mobiles because they're working from home, they're working on the road, they're out and about, or they're working in different locations. And the easiest thing to do is to give out a mobile number to customers so you can be contactable, right? But the problem that turns into is, especially if you, the boss, have given out your mobile number, a customer might call you and it might go through to your voicemail because you're busy in a meeting, and the customer might have to wait an hour or two before you can get back to that voicemail, where if they had called your team, they probably would have got service a lot faster. And so that bottleneck actually creates a poor customer service experience. Now, the second big risk here is if you have staff and they are building relationships with your customers using their mobile phone, well, they could potentially leave your business and possibly even take those relationships with them. So there is a potential risk of a breach there, and whether or not non-compete kind of clauses in your HR agreements, there is still always the potential for customers to move with a staff member, going with them, unfortunately. How do we solve this? I already mentioned that you want to have a business phone system, or ideally a cloud-based phone system. The one that we recommend and happen to use ourselves internally is called Dialpad. We're a global Dialpad partner, and so we can help you out with implementing Dialpad in your business. Click on the link below if you're interested to learn more about it. But a business phone system that works for your business should have a primary telephone line, one business line that everybody in the company uses. It means there's only one line that your customers have to memorize or save in their phones, only one line to advertise. And what that means is that all calls can be triaged into your business. You're not having staff being called independently and individually. Because if your customer has the phone number for Bob's direct line and Bob happens to not be in on Thursday, then the customer's just going to go to voicemail, and there's additional labor on the part of the customer having to find out which is the right person to call inside your business. Whereas if you advertise just one main line, one main number, where your customers are going to be able to just have one number to call, and that's going to easily come through to your team. Now, some of the benefits of Dialpad, and we've got other videos on this, is being able to see all the calls coming in and out of your business and have them filtered to the right team members at the right time, and have voicemails taken when they need to be taken, but have your whole team actually have visibility over the calls coming into your business. It also means for you as an entrepreneur or a business owner, you are no longer the bottleneck. When a customer calls, they're calling a main line and the phone is being answered by the team. Now, this is not rocket science. This is not completely new at all. If you wind back 10 or 15 years, we'd have a receptionist sitting in an office answering the phones and dishing out the phone calls between different people. The main difference that we have now is this is a cloud-based system. It's all virtual and online. It completely lives in the cloud, so there's no hardware to install, there's no servers to install, there's no boxes to maintain, but it also works on your mobile phone as well. And one of the reasons why we really love Dialpad over more traditional VoIP systems that have just built mobile apps for their VoIP systems is most of them are pretty trash, to be honest. They're businesses that are great at building phone boxes, but not necessarily great at actually building apps for VoIP systems. And so Dialpad is a fresh breed of phone system, which was actually created by ex-Googlers who created it from the ground up to run on a computer, in the web, and on a mobile phone as well. And that was the primary purpose of this application. And so it's excellent. So if you're currently using your mobile phone in your business, and let's say maybe you're a sole operator, but you want to look a little bit more professional with a business landline, or maybe you're growing your business and you're interested in hiring international team members and you want to have them to make calls on your business's behalf, this would be a great solution for that. But number three, if you're a growing business and you have more than 2 people in the business and you want to actually start having a professional phone system, a professional way of contacting your customers, well, setting up a system like Dialpad is a great idea. Now, no matter where you are in business, we have a technology strategy for you. This channel is all about helping businesses systemize, organize, and scale up using Google Workspace and other technology. So if you want to have a look around, check out some of our playlists, check out our growth roadmap, which takes you through the different stages of business growth and what area of technology you should be focusing on in that area. If you're interested in Dialpad, we are an exclusive partner, and you can check out the link below to get in touch with our team. We have discounts available. We have avenues for you to sign up for a free trial with us and get access to our professional support team who can help you implement the apps and make sure that it's working well for your business before you decide to commit to licenses. And of course, we're available for all of your support needs as well, only if you purchase through us. So you make sure if you're interested in a trial, click on that link below and have a chat to our team. Now, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.